Okay, so now we're recording. So for the first part, I'm going to go over this host to post stuff that we've been doing, the slides that I keep talking about, because seriously, you guys, like, I'm like, where has this been the whole time I've been in this business? Because it's genius and it's working so dang well. Okay, so take notes over this, and whenever we get off of here, start doing what I'm going to share with you. Okay, I promise. Like, if you feel like your business has been slow, doing this is going to start bringing in so many conversations that alone is going to pump you up and make you feel better. Okay, and earlier I was telling the leaders, I think I said in the leaders chat, but like, you might not be enrolling a lot right now, but like, just having conversations makes you feel better. Okay, because those are potentials and that's going to become something down the road. Okay, so um what okay, I'm just going to start off with this. So with the host to post slides, what we're doing is um all of us leaders, we're actually going to make some slides for y'all, and they're going to be more like templates. And once we get them all together, we'll put them in an album in the team page. And so you can either use these, okay, they're there for you to use, or you can look at them and you can recreate your own. Okay, the app that I use is Over. I paid for that app. I don't remember how much it was, but Over is seriously how I make all of my Instagram stories. And since I've been using that app, it's I don't know, I get so much more interaction because it's cute and fun, and I can make them personal to me. And it doesn't look just like everybody else's screenshotted stories. It's, I'm making my own. That works so much better. So I know I use Over. I don't even have PicsArt on my phone, but I know that there are a lot of people that use PicsArt. So I think that you could make these slides in PicsArt as well. But I use Over. So like I said, we're going to make these templates. It's going to have a spot where you can put your name. And then I'm going to, let me see if I can type so that didn't work. Hold on. This is the host to post script. Why isn't it pulling it up? This is the script that I've been using, and it has been working so well. So like what I do is after that, yay, okay, sending it over now. Obviously I send the slide then, and then I send the fourth message and then the fifth message, but they're all separate messages. So that's the script. It's been posted in the team chats as well. So everybody, by this point, you should have the same script that I'm using, and you can either use that script, you can change it up, because I know the way I talk isn't going to be, can y'all hear me? Okay, it's not going to be the same way that everybody talks. Okay, so if that works for you, use it. If not, change it, make it you. So you have that. What the slides are, there's one for the business, and then there's one for the cleanse, there's one for the coffee and greens, one for Thermify X, and one for collagen and hair, skin, and nails. That literally covers like every product, right? Because if you've got somebody that's posted the cleanse slide, and then you're talking to somebody about the cleanse, you can always upsell the coffee and greens, and then bam, you've got a triple threat. Or you can upsell Thermify X and Fat Fighters, you've got another triple threat. You can upsell any products with this, okay? So it's going to really help you get these orders in, but also upselling and getting more volume in. The way that I'm doing it is, so let me get my phone. It's over here. So what I'm doing is I'm literally going to my followers on Instagram, okay? And I'm going through, and I know that because the way that I work this, or the way that I've always worked my business, is anybody who I'm following, I know that they're not in It Works and they're not in another business, okay? Because as I'm going through and messaging, if I notice that they're in another business or that they're in It Works, I unfollow them immediately because I don't want to waste my time and accidentally follow them or message them. Obviously, if it's somebody that I know within It Works or it's somebody on our team, like, I still follow them, but otherwise I unfollow them. So I go through my followers, and every single night when I'm done messaging, like wherever I'm stopping, I take a screenshot on my phone, and whoever's account is at the top where I know that I've left off, I circle it. Okay. So then I know where to look in my followers to start the next day. Okay. Instead of just randomly scrolling down, because, when you're pushing for promotion, because I'm ready to go presidential, I'm ready for this team to go to the next level. Okay. And the way that we do that is by messaging and talking to literally every single person. Okay. So if I'm, messaging this chunk of people and then I don't keep track of where I left off, and then tomorrow night I go and message this other chunk of people, I'm going to end up getting in the same chunks and not know who I've messaged, and it's just not very organized, okay? So I'm literally going up. Like I scroll all the way down to the bottom and I just message up. As I leave off, screenshot, circle it, go back to that spot, go up, screenshot, circle it, until I've messaged literally all 7,000 people that are following me, okay? And that's another thing. When you say that you've talked to everybody, no, you haven't. You've not messaged every single person following you on Instagram, okay? Yeah, just like Allison said, she prints her followers off and draws a line, so she can keep track, okay? That's the thing about this business, is you have to take it seriously, and you have to like hold yourself accountable and make yourself do stuff like that, okay? Like, yes, it's tedious, but it works and it's going to help you. So I'm going through and I'm messaging, and I'm literally just sending that, hey girl, can I ask you a question? No, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Whenever I sit down and I send that, like I literally get half of the replies. If I send 60 messages, I've got at least 30 replies. If I send 20 messages, I've got at least 10 replies. It's crazy how many people are actually replying back. And from there, sending the second message and just being like, okay, awesome. If you post this to your slide, and if I get one customer or a referral from it, then I'll send you the samples. Most of the time, and this is what's so mind blowing to me, is as I've been doing that, this person who is posting the cleanse slide for me, they post the slide and then they're like, wait, what's this cleanse? And I'm like, oh, PLC, right? They've came to me asking about the cleanse, so now I'm giving them the information. That happened to me the other day. That lady signed on as a triple threat. I upsold the Thermify X and Fat Fighters with the cleanse. So you're like tapping into their market, but then also you're intriguing them. Okay. And so it's kind of like you just got potentials coming from all directions, and it's so awesome. But the way that I'm doing it is, like all day, the first day I did this, I only sent the cleanse slide. The second day I only sent the Thermify X. The third day I only sent, today I'm sending keto coffee, and chocolate greens, because yesterday I didn't message. It was just so crazy. But so each day I'm just picking a slide and sticking to just that slide. Okay. So I know all of my conversations are about the same product, and I'm not like, oh, Thermify X, keto coffee, collagen. Like, it's just the same thing every single day. Now, if I come across a girl who I'm like, oh, heck, you need to join this business. You're cute. You've got all the cute friends. Like, you're going to do so good at this. I send her the slide about the business. Okay. And I did that to 2 people. And one of my distributors that I signed on was from a slide. I don't know if she's on here. She's not on here, but it was from actually both of the distributors that I've signed on are from slides that they've seen, but also the girls who's posted those potential those business slides are both potential distributors. Okay. So 2 people posting a business slide for me got me 4 potentials. The 2 girls who posted, and each of those slides brought me a potential distributor. Okay. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? How it's just endless potentials, like literally endless potentials. And is this making sense? Are we on the same page? If anybody's confused, send me a question mark in the chat so we can figure out what you're confused about and we can go over it. It's literally a host to post. But instead of typing, my friend is looking for somebody who wants to lose weight on a Facebook status, it's a picture on an Instagram slide or on an Instagram story. Or then they can put it on their Facebook story if they want to as well. It's seriously so easy and it's so efficient. It's like blowing my mind. Okay. And then something too, doing this and getting so many messages out, you've got to make sure that you're growing your network even more, right? You can't be sending all these messages, because then eventually you're going to run out of people to message. Okay. So the way that I've been doing it, which I don't know if y'all saw Shay's post in the other, I don't remember if I copied it to our team page, but I know it was in like all the other team pages, but she timed how long it took her to send X amount of messages and like post, like basically how long it took her to do her dailies in her business. And it took her like 7 minutes and something. And I was like, is that not mind blowing in itself, that it took her 7 minutes to do everything she needed to do for the day for her business? 7 minutes. Okay. So no, we're not too busy. It's just we're too lazy to actually do the work. So she was talking about following, and I was like, who is she following? Okay. And I went and looked at the Instagram name, and it was a sorority. And so my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go follow sorority girls. And then I was like, no, you don't. You don't relate to sorority girls. You're not in college. You were never in a sorority. Like, you're not going to have anything in common with them. And so I was like, who do I relate to? Like, who do I relate to? And I was like, mom bloggers. Why have I never thought this? Like, why has this never crossed my mind? And so I literally went to Instagram and I typed in mom bloggers. And I hit the gold mine of all mom bloggers, and they put me in like an interaction pod. I am not exaggerating, y'all, when I say that in the last like 3 days, I've gained like 300 followers. It's mind boggling because I relate to these women. And these aren't, I'm not talking mom bloggers with like 25,000 followers. I'm talking like up and coming mom bloggers. Like some of them I have way more followers than. Some of them have like 1,000 something. Some of them have like 10,000 something. Okay. But they're just moms who are posting about their kids and basically doing what we're doing. Like all bloggers, they post and they have people send them product to put on their Instagram, which in return gets people interested in said product, which gets people to order that product. And then that mom blogger makes a commission off of that, right? That's what we're doing, you guys. That's seriously what we're doing, but with health and wellness products. We're health and wellness bloggers. I know, my mind was blown too whenever I put all this together. So follow who you relate to. And didn't somebody, it was Marissa in the chat earlier, she said that she started like following people who she related to, and like it was insane what she was producing. Okay, so follow who you relate to. Okay, and then as you're following who you're relating to, if you're sending them that message, hey girl, can I ask you a question? No, I'm not selling you something, and you're just being genuine with them, it's going to turn into more. Okay, but I want you to actually do this. Okay, when you get off the Zoom, which tonight, like I'm going to have all my slides made, all the other leaders will, because I've said that that's our homework for tonight. So all of these slides will be done tonight. So after tonight, you've got the script that I'm using, and you're going to have slides that you can go and choose from. So there's no reason not to be implementing this and using it in your business. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to see how many potentials it brings you. How many potential distributors is it bringing you? How many potential customers is it bringing you? Because the first night that I did it, I gained like 6 potential customers, I think, and like 3 or 4 potential distributors. Now I've gained like 10 potential distributors and like I don't even know how many potential customers, because people are constantly in my inbox. I have like 19 messages right now and 5 requests. I'm overwhelmed. I cannot keep up with the amount of people coming into my inbox, but I love this. This is what I needed. Like this is what our whole team needed. Okay. So, and then what I'm doing is, since the message says, you know, like sending samples, if they, and you can do the samples however you want. Okay. At first when I started, I was like, if you just throw this post up for me, I'll send you samples. And then the first night I did it, I had 28 people post for me. And I was like, what if 28 people post for me every single day? That's a lot of samples. That's a lot of money. And that's a lot of product that I need to be ordering. Maybe I should only give samples if I get a referral, which means somebody ordered. Okay. And so what I do after I've sent them the slide and I've sent them the last message on the script, I send a voice message and I say, okay, the way that this works is if you want to promote that slide even more, you can send it to people directly. You can tag people in it. You can tell people about it. But as people come to me interested in these products, I ask them, you know, who referred you or where did you see this? And then they give a name. And then I know to send that person product. Okay. So these people know that the way that they're getting samples is if they get me a customer. And I'm telling them, if I get 1 customer, I'll send you a sample. If I get 5 or more customers, I'll send you a full size product. Okay. How many of us have product just laying around that we haven't used yet? Yeah. So if they post for me right after I've sent the last message in the script, I send a voice message. And it's like, okay, the way that this works is if you want to promote that slide even more and help me get a customer, then you can send it to people directly. You can tag people in it. You can make another post about it. But as people come to me and they're interested in the products, I'm asking them, where did you see this? Or where did you hear about this? And then they say a person's name. And so then I know to write that person's name down and to get their address because they're getting samples. Okay. So these people are knowing the way that they get samples is if I get a potential, or if I sign a customer from it. But I'm also telling them, if I get 1 customer, I'll send you the sample. If I get 5 or more customers, I'll send you a full size product, which the full size product could be a bottle of Fat Fighters, you guys. So that's that. And I think that was kind of all that. Does that make sense? Are we on the same page about that? It's literally so simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't not do it. Do it and plug into it. And I promise you're going to start producing. You're going to have all of these conversations going. I'm just going to feel so good. But that's all I had. I just wanted to like actually in depth go over that stuff because it's blowing my mind how good it is. And so Courtney, I think you can unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello. I don't know if you guys, all of you guys know me, but I'm Courtney Booth. I'm a double diamond, and I started the business in 2017 with Carly. I thought she was crazy, but I put my trust into her, and I was like, oh, might as well do it. But yeah, I mean, I've it's been a long road since then, and I kind of just want to talk about pushing through the hard times because right now, and I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna try really hard, but it might be a little bit tough for me. But because I've been through a lot during this 2.5 years in this business. When I first joined, I lost my nanny, and she was my best friend, and then I went through a miscarriage like the same time, and all in that same month, all that happened, and I literally went Ruby that same month, you guys. So like, no excuses, okay? And then like during my first 2 months were just crazy. Like it was like we were losing a house, and then we were moving into an apartment because we lived with my dad. And I just continued to push because I knew that no matter what I did, that this business was always going to be here for me because you work from your cell phone. So, but right now, about 2 weeks ago, everything was going good with Brandon and I and the boys and everything. And about 2 weeks ago, we got a phone call from Brandon's dad. Mind you, we literally don't really talk to Brandon's dad much, even though he lives right down the road from us. He's just one of those guys who's really standoffish and he likes his own space. And we got a phone call from him, and he said that he had cancer. And we're thinking, okay, we can beat this. We can do it. There's so much technology nowadays. We got this. So then he calls again, and he's like, can you take me down for surgery? We're like, yes, we can take you down for surgery. Well, we went down, and it just started getting worse and worse and worse. We had to get a port put in for his chemo. Well, then things went way, way downhill. And right now we're actually in the hospital. I'm literally in the hospital waiting room. So when you say that you can't do a Zoom because you're eating at a restaurant, like, don't come at me with that, because I'm in a freaking hospital right now doing this Zoom and hosting it. So, you just make it work. Um, right now, Brandon's dad's still, obviously hooked up and stuff. His lungs keep getting worse. He's just doing really, really bad. And I've used it just to keep fueling me. And right now, it's been really tough on me because, you guys, he wants me to be his power of attorney. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, what? I can't do that. Like, there's no freaking way. But he wants it to be me. And I'm like, okay, like, this is the time when you have to step your shit up. You have to stay positive for him, positive for yourself, be there for your boys, but do not let your business slip. Because let me tell you guys, when I went double diamond and I lost my rank the next month, that was the worst feeling ever, because everybody's like, oh, Courtney, she's a double diamond. And I'm like, no, honey, I got paid at the diamond, but we're not going to talk about that because we don't want to backtrack. Okay. And so it's been really tough on me, you guys, but like, Brandon's dad moved in with us, and that's been really, really hard. And it's so easy for me to be like, I have so much going on in my life that I just need to hold off on my business. But you cannot do that. It doesn't matter what you're going through. The only reason that Brandon and I are able to be here with his dad 24/7 and everything he's going through is because of this business. We would have no income if it wasn't for this business. It's literally because of it. Brandon has been missing work constantly. We've been at the hospital since Saturday night. We literally haven't, like, we leave to go take a shower and sleep, and then we're back up here. We were up here at 5 o'clock in the morning. You can't tell me that you can do that at a regular job, because you can't. They'd be like, okay, if you miss one more day, you're fired. You know what I mean? And so it's been really tough on me. And if you guys know me, I'm really, really yellow, and I'm really emotional, and I like cry all the time. And Carly's like, God, there she is freaking crying again. Like, stop, seriously. And that's just how I am. And so I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so I was going to do the Bible study with Cami and all of them, but everything happened and I couldn't do it at a certain time. So I kind of just started doing it by myself. And this book, it's literally like $12. It's called It's Not Supposed to Be This Way, on Amazon. Go order it, because if you don't, I'm going to order it for you and ship it to your house. And I'm going to make you read it because it's so good. And I would not be getting through everything we're going through right now if it wasn't for that book and if it wasn't for self-development. I was not the person, and you can ask Carly, like, when she kept telling me, like, it's your mindset, I was like, oh my gosh, if this girl doesn't stop, like, it's not my freaking mindset. Like, I can sit here all day and tell myself that I'm freaking boss, and it's not going to happen. Like, I'm not a boss. I'm just saying it. But she was so right. And it was really hard for me to, like, tell her that because I don't want to give Carly a big head, but I had to. And then she was like, I told you. And I'm like, whatever. But, it's literally all about self-development, believing in yourself, having confidence in yourself. I have been super MIA in the chats and on social media, but that doesn't mean I'm not working. I have enrolled more distributors this month than I have in like a year, you guys. And I'm going through so much right now. Brandon's dad's cancer is stage 4 small cell lung cancer, and it's really aggressive cancer, and it's been really, really tough, especially having to take care of it pretty much by ourselves with me and Brandon, and me having to stay strong for Brandon and for his dad in front of him. It's really hard. And I've gotten really close to Brandon's dad, and you guys know it's really hard when you get close to somebody and then you're like literally watching them die. And I hate saying that because it's morbid, but like, we all know that's, you guys, he weighs 119 pounds and he's a grown man. So, it's not good. But like, I have still been pushing, and I have not put my business on the back burner. Even though I have been MIA in the chats, that does not mean I'm not working. I'm constantly talking to potentials, constantly trying to grow my team, constantly pouring into my team, because I have text message chats because it's a lot easier than Facebook chats right now. Because of Facebook, I like miss 30 minutes and I'm like, holy crap, I missed a whole novel and I can't catch up. But that doesn't mean I'm not working. And you guys, it doesn't matter what you're going through. I've went through death in this business. I've went through a miscarriage. I've went through, my husband and I have split up before during this business. I have gone through more life during this business than anybody has. And I still continue to push. Hi, you're making me nervous, go away. Love you. God, I told him not to watch me.
So, and like you said, you didn't really believe in personal development before. And
no,
I
not at all.
I'm not going to like go into detail, but like for like so long ago, like we were still like trying to figure out like how to work our business. But it was like before, Courtney got into personal development, she was so close-minded to it. Like I'd tell her mindset and she'd be like, you're nuts. Like she would flat out like, just like, no, like I'm not doing it. And the second that she sat down and she looked at her business and she looked at just, where things were going, and then, I feel like at some point you were probably like, okay, like what is Carly doing? And, I told you, like, it's personal development. Like I'm pouring into myself. And something that I actually got, or I heard this from a podcast, it was the She's Here For It podcast. And they said, which, I feel like it applies to everybody, because at some point in this business, it doesn't matter if you're Ruby, Triple Diamond, where you are, like you're a leader. If you have a distributor under you, you're a leader. Okay. And the thing that she said was, don't start doing more for your team than for your own business until you're where you want to be. Okay. And how many of you feel, drop one in the comments if you feel this way. If you feel like having a distributor under you, you feel like you've always got to be doing something for them and doing something for them and, doing this and doing that and leading them in this way. But then you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't messaged. Oh my gosh, I haven't done this. Oh my gosh, I haven't done that. Okay. You have to remember that you joined this business for you. And part of what you have to do is personal development. You have to make sure that your mind and your heart is right every single day. Like, and I want to say, like, before you start this business, because I know for me, sometimes I get so overwhelmed and just so like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like flustered when I wake up and I've got like 50 text messages and the chat's popping and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I trying to do? And I'm trying to like work and take care of the kids and cook breakfast. And I haven't like had time to sit down and get my mind right. So, what I've really been doing recently, like, and it's because of that quote, which I don't want that to sound like I'm not going to like put the team, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that I don't care about the team. I'm saying like I have to like do me and like my dailies and then take it to the team. And honestly, I think that that's the best way, because once I've done personal development and once I've sent my messages and once I've started those conversations, I'm like on cloud nine. Like, it doesn't matter if I haven't signed a loyal customer, but just getting conversations going pumps me up and it makes me feel good. And then I feel like I can go to the team page or go to the team chats and I can share some nugget that I got from my personal development, from my podcast, from my books that I'm reading. Okay. And so do personal development, you guys. Like, so what I want you to talk about, like, what was your business like before personal development? Like,
I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like where it needed to be. Because when I got down on myself, like I got down and I didn't pick myself back up because there was nothing to pick me back up. If you're not going to pick your own self up, no one's going to pick you up. Plain and simple. Like Carly could pep talk me all day, but she's not going to pick me up. You have to pick yourself up. And that's what I've learned about everything going on right now. Like, you know, I went through this with my nanny and papa, but it wasn't like this. Like, I'm really close to Kenny and he trusts me with everything. I don't know why, but I'm like his right hand man. Like, the doctor comes in, he's like, hold on, wait for Courtney to come in. You know, like, he trusts me. And it's like, I have to make sure, even when it comes to my team, like, I have to make sure I'm on my A game and that I'm taking care of myself. Because if I'm not, then my team's going to see that. And I'm not going to be able to pour into my team. And also, like you were saying earlier, I think that was my biggest, like, that was what I had a problem with at first. Like, it felt like when I got a team underneath me, especially when I went diamond, I got real overwhelmed because I'm like, I have all these people underneath me. I have to talk to all these people every single day. I have to do this for them, do that for them. I have to make sure they get here. No, you don't. Like, I'm not saying don't help them, but you have to take care of yourself first. Once you take care of you, your team is going to follow. And I'm not saying don't help them. It's not that, but I'm not going to run with you if you're not going to run. I'll run with you. I'll freaking sprint with you if you want to sprint.
Mm-hmm. And
so my Chelsea's getting red because this girl put way too much coffee in this. So if you see that, that's why.
But,
sorry.
You know, and something too is if you're not doing personal development, your cup is empty. Okay. Your cup is, there's nothing in it. Okay. How can you expect, like, and let's talk about this. Okay. Let's say that I have a cup and Courtney has a cup. Okay. I enrolled Courtney. So I'm Courtney's leader. So in order to fill Courtney's cup, my cup has to have something in it, right? But if my cup is empty, how can I go to Courtney and pour into her cup? I can't. I can't give anything to Courtney. I can't give anything to anybody because my cup is not empty. Okay, or it is empty. And so that's how you have to look at this. You have to look at personal development as you're literally filling yourself up. You're filling your brain with knowledge. And something that I love, and I'm going to find this video and I'm going to, I'll try to share it once I find it. And it might take me a while to find it because it's old. But it was from Carrie Young. And if y'all don't follow her on YouTube, go follow her on YouTube and like just watch her videos because she is so wise and just I love listening to her talk. But she was talking about, you know, you're at this point in your life, okay? And the only way that you level up is to grow, okay? And so if we're here, the only way that we're going to get there is by growing. And the only way that you grow is by becoming more knowledgeable and learning more. Personal development. Okay, it's literally so important. And you're always going to hear people say this business is 80% mindset, 20% actual work. And that's so true because if you're not doing the 80% on yourself and your mind, that 20% actual work isn't going to get you anywhere because your mind's not where it needs to be. And something that I got from The Secret of the Millionaire Mind is if your outside life is such a chaotic mess and you're like nothing's going right, like, you know, this is, you know, I feel like The Secret of the Millionaire Mind and the This Is Not How It's Supposed to Be book kind of like probably has some of the same like pinpoints. But if you're like outside life is just so crazy and you're not where you want to be and all of these things, it's a reflection of your inside life. And the only way that you fix what's outside is if you fix what's inside, you know, just like if there was a plant growing outside in the yard, where is it growing from? The ground, its roots, your mind. So if that plant starts dying, the outside, what's showing is dying, but why is it dying? Why is that outside dying? Because the roots are dying. The roots they're not getting what they need, okay? And so if you're not giving your mind what it needs, and if you're not growing your personal development and growing yourself and pouring into yourself, you're not going to be able to produce fruits. Nothing good is going to come out of it, okay? So that was, I love mindset stuff. It's literally personal development is like one of my favorite things. It just makes you feel good. But do you have anything else you want to share about
I just want to say, if you can't afford an $11 book, you tell me, and I will get on Amazon and order it for you and have it shipped to you, because you need this book. Everyone needs this book. How do you message potential? What is that? I can't.
How do you message potentials you had in June or July but fell off and stopped working because you started back again, get in the groove? Just start doing it. Like literally just and just start working. Like get the list out, look at who you have, and send them a follow-up message, and then just start doing personal development.
And you said, how do you start doing personal development? Just start. Watch The Secret.
Yes, start with The Secret. It's on Netflix. But I mean, as soon as we get off this Zoom, go listen to the She's Here For It podcast. Go listen to
Manifestation Babe.
Yeah, or that one. Like literally personal development, like, you know, it's anything that makes you feel good, you know? So for like me, whenever I start my day, because I am a clean freak, I clean every single day. And I mean dust vacuum every single day. Okay, I know it's ridiculous. But while I'm doing that, I'm listening to songs that make me feel good. I'm thinking thoughts that make me feel good. I'm speaking things like I'm attracting my dream team. I'm attracting the people who need these products, you know, praying over our team, praying over our business. That's personal development. That's something that makes me feel good. And that's what personal development is. It doesn't mean that you're sitting down, you know, taking so many notes on whatever. Personal development is just something that makes you feel good. So if your personal development is walking on a treadmill, listening to your favorite song, do that, because that's going to put you in a good mood. And then you're going to be able to, you know, go and pour into others. But I love that. And what, you got to turn that down if you're in here. But
okay, so lastly, I'm gonna have to get off because I have to go check on Brandon and Kenny, because I think they're trying to get my attention. But lastly, I just wanted to say that no matter how long you've been in this business, or if you came back from, you know, joining, and if you came back, or if you just had a spell where you didn't work at all and you just came back, just jump in. Don't worry about people seeing that you haven't been working for a while. Don't worry about that. Just jump in. Act like you've been doing the business the whole time. Have confidence and just be yourself, because when people see that you're excited about this business, it doesn't matter if you haven't been working it for 2 years. They're going to see how excited you are, and they're going to want in on that media because everything that happened. But all the distributors that I signed this month, literally every single one of them came to me, because even if I wasn't that active on my Instagram, they still saw when I was active how excited I was about the business. So, and now I have to get off because I have to go check on them. But I love pouring into everybody.
Thank you.
And I love y'all. And get the book.
Yes, get the book. Okay.
Bye.
Is Allison on here? No, I'm not done. Is Allison on here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to drive home.
There you are. I was like, why don't I see Allison in here? But now I see you. Okay. So will you go over the importance of credit card declines and, you know, just how you do all of that? Because I feel like you're really good at keeping track of your credit card declines. And that's something too, you guys, like, you know, don't just let that volume go, because that customer could genuinely have forgotten that they got a new card or something happened. And it's all about communication with your customers. And Allison's always been so good with that. So I wanted her to go over, since it's the end of the month and since it is the 26th, yeah, all orders have ran, and you've probably had some credit card declines in your business. And so now Allison is going to go over how to check those, how to keep up with them, and how to get your customers' cards back in action.
Yes. Okay, so I'm driving, so that's why it's dark. Can y'all hear me? Yes? I don't know. Okay. Anyways, so I try to keep up with credit card declines like throughout the month, but it can get overwhelming trying to check that every single day. Like making that a task to check every day can get overwhelming. So I especially do it on the 26th, because like Carly said, on the 25th, everything has ran. And so I go back through, and I'm about to share like a step-by-step of how I find it in eSuite. But I will just go through, and anybody that I personally enroll, so not anybody that's been placed under me, I will message them and I'll just say something simple like, hey, just wanted to check in and see if you want to update your card. Like, I never say anything about, hey, your card declined because you didn't have any money. Do you have money now? Because they're just probably not going to answer you. So I just make it seem like they got a new card and they need to update their information. And then a lot of times that is the case. Sometimes it's because they didn't have the money in there and maybe they need to change the actual date of their shipment so that it works better for them, because a lot of people don't know you can do that. But I'm going to share how you do this when I get to the stoplight really quick. This is super unsafe, by the way. I don't recommend it.
Don't Zoom while driving, guys.
Or Facebook search, copy and paste, but that's fine. I'm at a stop sign.
Allison,
Okay,
did
y'all?
pass.
I'm talented, okay? Okay, so you'll just go in eSuite, and then you'll click on reports, and then you'll click on additional reports, downline orders, and then you want to choose like ACH decline or credit card decline, and that will find all the, auto ships that didn't go through. And like I said, you don't want to message people that you did not personally enroll, because I've had customers message me and say, hey, so-and-so messaged me saying that they were my distributor and I have no idea who they are. Like, oh, well, so you just don't do that. So just make sure you're messaging only your customers, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then another thing that I do that I find very helpful is perks points. And that's something else I do at the end of the month. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know, but there's a way you can find all your customers' perks points, and you can message them and just let them know, hey, you have 55 perks points. That's $55 off of an order. And then a lot of people will go in and place orders, and then you don't get volume from their points, but they'll go over their volume, or they'll go over their points. Let's say it's a $100 order and they have 55 points, so you still get 45 in volume. You know what I mean? So that's something else that I like to do, and I can't find it right now, but I will find it later and share it with y'all, because I have put that somewhere in our group. But perks points are a good way to get more volume at the end of the month too.
Yes, and perk points were something that I forgot about for the longest time, and I actually had a lady that had like 400 something perk points.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I know, and like that lady used those perk points, but then like the next order that she made was like a 200 something BV order one time, and it just like came out of nowhere, and I was like, gosh dang, okay, so like they like customers feel good, but perk points and credit card declines, that kind of goes in with like customer retention and just checking in with your customers. And so I was gonna and that's an area that I have struggled, like being honest, like I just for some reason cannot get a groove when it comes to like keeping up with customers, like keep following up with like existing customers, if that makes sense. And so what I'm going to start doing is, and I'm not saying you have to do this, but this is just what I'm going to do, and it might work for y'all. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, no, maybe. Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my friend take family pictures of me and my kids, and I'm going to put those on a little like picture. And then every single time I sign a customer, because I mean, if you think about it, how much is it going to be to order 500 like pictures of me and my kids? Not that expensive. If it's like on a little poster thing, it can't be that much, right? And if I have 500 of those and I sign 500 customers over the, like, I don't know, next year or something, every single time I sign a customer, making them that little thank you with a picture of my family, so they see where, who they're supporting and what they're supporting. Something as simple as that makes people feel so good. Like a picture of who they're supporting, and then just with a little printout message like, thank you so much, we appreciate your order, hope you love your products, let us know when you get your order in. Okay, something like that. That's simple, that's easy, but that's going to make them feel so appreciated. Okay, because they're going to be like, wow, like, I mean, when y'all get Christmas cards, I get Christmas cards from the most random people. I'm like, I haven't talked to you in 3 years, but this is so cute. Like, thank you. I love this. And it doesn't matter how long it's been since I've talked to them or whatnot. Like I said, all my Christmas cards out, because it's just like, it's sweet. It's sweet of them to like think of you in that way to do that. And so that's something sweet that you could do. There are some distributors who every single time they sign a customer, no matter what the product is, they send them a sample, whether it's greens on the go, collagen, keto energy, a pack of keto coffee, some kind of sample. And I know I think it was Amber Parker, she said that every single month in her auto shipment, she gets the 4 bags of keto coffee. That's 2 bags for her to keep and 2 bags for her to sample out or sell. Okay. And I was like, well, that's genius, right? Because I don't remember. I think, isn't that like 70 BV? So 70 BV, you just need one more product, but then you've got, 30 samples of keto coffee that you could sell for $5 each. That's, I don't do math, so however much money. But, I want us to get smart about working this business and figure out what works for you. Figure out, what you can do to brand yourself, but also show thanks. But I don't know. I wanted to get on here and go over those host to post things. Does everybody understand the host to post stuff that I was talking about? Because I don't want to get off and people be confused, because kind of like what I was saying in that the live video that I did yesterday, if there's something that you don't understand, you're not going to do it because you don't understand it and it's scary. That's why people quit this business, because they get in it and they're like, oh, well, wait, I don't understand, but I'm too scared to ask. If you don't understand the host to post, ask the question now, because maybe there's somebody else who had that same question and we can just go over it with everybody. Which part? The script or just all of it? All of it. Okay. So, which the slides will be done and in an album in the team page tonight. Okay. So you'll be able to use these slides, or you can make your own slides, whatever you're comfortable with doing. But basically what you're doing is you're going to send, and the script is in the chats if you scroll up and look at it. You're going to, the first initial message that you send is the, hey girl, can I ask you a quick question? And no, I'm not selling you anything, promise. Okay. Send that. That's how you're sending your messages. As they respond, obviously you send the second message. Once they respond, send the third message, and then send the slide that you want them to post. Okay. So I made slides for keto coffee and chocolate greens, slides for the cleanse, one for Thermify X and one for collagen and hair, skin, and nails, and then there's one for the business. Okay. So you're sending these slides, and then you send like the fourth and fifth message. They're posting this picture to their Instagram story. Okay. So as their friends are going through their Instagram story and see it, you're tapping into their market, and then that person becomes, that person who's seeing the slide is interested in the product. They send you a message because on the slide it says contact so-and-so for more information. They contact you for more information. You've just gotten a potential customer. And then what's happened for me is sometimes the people who are posting the slide to their story are actually ending up asking me, what is this product? I need it. But it's something so simple. You're just taking the slide, posting it on, or sending it to them. They're posting it on their story, and then people are coming to you. You're starting conversations, and it's just really easy, guys. Okay, so don't overcomplicate this. You're just tapping in to other markets, and then the way that I've been doing it is obviously just messaging, making sure that, and kind of what I've been doing, I noticed, is I go on like a following spree, and then I'll message. Okay, and so it's like I'm getting these messages out, and honestly, like I was messaging people like sooner than I wanted to. Like I'm not adding somebody and messaging them right away. But like the other day when I was doing it, I went on a huge following spree. And then like later that night, I messaged everybody, like everybody that I had just followed. And I had like 30 something responses. And I was like, holy cow, like this has never happened. But it's because I'm genuinely just asking a question. Now, with this, you're still going to, I've had some girls say that they charge to post on their story. Do not waste your time with that. Just say, okay, thanks for letting me know. I've had girls say that they won't post about anything that they haven't personally tried. And anytime somebody comes back at you saying just like no or no thank you, whatever, just say, okay, thank you so much for letting me know. Literally just say that and move on. Don't even waste your time trying to keep going with them. So the way that I work my business, it's never the same. I mean, I message all throughout the day. I follow all throughout the day, and I react or interact all throughout the day. So I'm just always doing all the things for my business. You know, and I mean, there are some days like yesterday, I kind of had a slower day. I was like, I'm, you know, going to take today to just kind of like relax and like, you know, recoup. And today, you know, I've got a lot on my story. I interacted a lot on my Instagram followers. I've sent a lot of messages. So it's just working in this business and doing the thing like honestly, and this is what I was talking about last night on Shay's Zoom, if y'all were on there, stop overcomplicating the business. Okay. You know what you have to do for this business: post, message, follow up, grow your network. That's it. Okay. So when throughout the day can you do those things? Okay. When what I've done actually, like behind my computer on like my little notebook thing that's in like sitting up right there, I have 3 sticky notes, and I can actually read it to y'all. It is where's my other one? It's my to-dos. Okay. So as I was, you know, chasing the kids around today or doing something for the business, and I had something pop up in my head that I needed to do, I ran to the office real quick and I wrote it on a sticky note. And I've got 3 sticky notes of things that I need to do. So one, obviously it was clean, fold laundry. I have so many old baby clothes of Riley's that I need to go through. So I was going to go through those and post those on the marketplace. Do my dailies for the business, add value to the team, sign 4 customers, and sign 2 distributors. Okay. So far I have cleaned, I've added volume or added value to the team, I've done my dailies, and I've signed 1 distributor. Okay. And I've been marking them off as I do it. So I'm not going to leave my office tonight. I'm not going to go to sleep until this sticky note is completed. The next one was my dailies, which I finished. I just didn't mark them off. So that sticky note is done. And then the next one was to make a retreat post, which I did that in our team page, make a business post on Facebook. And then what we're doing actually, like for our new, when we sign new distributors, which once we kind of like get this a little more like figured out, what we'll start doing is having our new distributors do host to post, like what we're doing, the slides and everything, almost right out of the gate. Like as they've done their dirt list and sent their messages to their dirt list, then we're going to have them start doing host to post just like we're doing, because it's just getting so many people in, potential distributors and customers. So make a new distributor host to post, like all these things that I had to do today, I just wrote down on sticky notes and stuck it on my desk. And I'm not going to go to sleep until all this stuff is done, because this is everything that I needed to do for my business. Okay. That's something so simple and so easy. Okay. So throughout your day, you know, if every single day you have to write a sticky note that says post, message, follow up, and follow, do that, and don't go to sleep until you've done all those things for your business. But, you know what you need to do for the business, do it every single day, and just don't overcomplicate anything. So the way that I choose between asking somebody to post for like a loyal customer or a distributor, I don't message any and everybody for distributors, because how exhausting would it be to sign 15 distributors who really didn't want to do this business, and you've taken the time to train 15 distributors and they're not taking it seriously, and you've taken all this time to do this and they just don't want it. So I only send the slide to people who I would want on my team. So like as I'm messaging and I come across a girl and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, like she's going to have cute friends and they're just going to be so great at this business, then I'll send her the slide about a distributor, or my friends looking for business partners. And she posts that, and then her friends see it, and then she's like, wait, what is this? And she comes to me. So, and that's something like, don't think that you have to sign any and everybody as a distributor for a fast start, because do you want to just be a bonus to somebody, or do you want to actually sign people who are wanting to do something on your team and wanting to add value to your team, and what their selves want to grow in this business and want to promote, which therefore means that you're growing and promoting. And so think of it as like you're hiring, like you're a CEO of a company and you're hiring something or somebody. Like you're not just going to hire every single person that walks in your door, right? Because maybe not every single person is going to, be that great at the business or, be able to do it. And it's the same with this business. And I'm not saying that if somebody comes to you, don't turn them down to sign them on, but, enroll them and give them the same shot. But, go into this knowing this business is not for everybody, but those people that it is for, they're going to stick it out. They're going to figure it out and they're going to get it done. You'll never say the wrong thing to the right person. That's so true. Like so true. Alrighty, what time is it? I've lost my phone again. All right, we've got 6 minutes left. So does anybody have any questions about anything? It doesn't matter what it is. If you have a question, ask.
I want to
I think my Wi-Fi is acting crazy. All right. Are you typing, Evelyn? Okay, you can unmute here. I can unmute you. Now you can.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got on a little bit late because I had to pick my brother up. When I got on, you were talking about a script
Yes.
that you were giving to people to for the host to post.
Uh-huh.
Is that in the group chat? I tried to make my own and I didn't know if there was something I was supposed to compare it to.
It is. It's in. I'll message it to you real quick.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you can use this script or you can change it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty. If nobody has any more questions, then I'm going to go ahead and